Hello there guys, how's it going? This is Matt the Tomato right here and welcome back to some more SimCity 4 where the region is one big city. We're going to start a new tile today. We're going to jump straight into this one over here and decided I'm going to create a relatively low wealth area actually. I've decided I'm going to go with low density, low wealth. We're going to we're going to have some farms around the outside, but I'm going to create like a little sort of low wealth outside town, so to speak, because we've got a lot of high wealth areas at the moment. But yeah, I'm going to go with a low wealth area over here. So we have a couple of roads coming in from the sides here. I'm actually thinking I might go ahead and make a couple of hilly areas here. Not too much, but just a little bit, like that, just to make it, a little bit more interesting. And maybe a few scattered trees in around. Although half of this is going to be farmland, so. Yeah, just a little bit hilly, not completely flat, but, just the odd little bit here. And we're going to call this one Northern. And this is going to be Tomato. There we go. Right, so pretty much the main thing we're going to do here is obviously we're going to bring the railway down here, and it's going to come down to the south, which is eventually going to join in with the main hub. Is one of the major things that's going to happen here. But otherwise, we're just going to create a relatively, it's going to be low wealth, it's going to be a fair few farms, but we're also going to maybe create sort of a bit of a suburby area. Well, it's not really a suburb, but just an area that basically is going to be low wealth. So the railway can run south here. Let me just restart my stopwatch. There we go. Right. Cool. Okay, so we got that in place, and then we're just going to zigzag in a few roads here. So there's a couple of roads. Let's run maybe one that comes down this way. And then a couple of roads sort of in and around here. So if I do this, this particular one that goes over the top here, we'll join it in somewhere there. So it's going to be like a hillside sort of town. There's not going to be... right, so yeah, we can maybe run something a little bit like this. Doesn't really need to join in there, but we could maybe do something that runs... So we can join those together. Maybe have a road that sort of runs down here, like that. We'll have one that maybe goes into the centre like this. So actually, maybe what we could do here is we can maybe say that this is going to be the sort of the town centre area. So maybe let's go with a slightly funkier structure. Something like that, I don't know, so we can build like a town centre area up there, that sort of thing, and run a couple of connections in and around here is probably going to be fine. There we go, something like that's probably going to be good. And then we can build some bridges over this railway here, so if we go road, over rail, there like that. But we don't actually have to continue the road structure, so what I'm saying is maybe we can just end the road there, for instance. And then we can maybe do something like this, end the road there, and then we can have various streets and whatnot going on here. That's probably going to be fine. Although we are... this is mostly going to be farmland, so yeah, we can just sort of end the roads there. That's going to be fine, because this is mostly going to be farms over here. And the main sort of town area is going to be over this way, so that's going to be okay. Right, so the first thing then is we will build ourselves a power plant. Natural gas is probably going to be sufficient, because we're only building sort of a low density area here. So let's get some of these zones in. So most of this, we could do with maybe just a little bit of a gap between some of these, just to create the notion that maybe there's lots of different farms here. We can run streets between them if necessary, but I don't think we need to. So we'll do this. We'll have maybe a nice big farm running across here, over the hill, like that, and then maybe another one here. That'll do. That's too large apparently, but fair enough. You can do that, and then another one there, like that. That's going to be okay. Maybe we could build some residential in there. to sort of simulate the idea that maybe the town is sort of a wonky-ish shape. Just realised that that connection has not been made, so let's make sure we do that. And then we'll build a few streets in between here, because they don't show up on the transportation map, so it doesn't look quite so silly on the transportation map. Because obviously, otherwise, that means that those roads would be connecting off to other areas, and so we'd have to obviously connect them up in the other sides of the map. But we don't actually have to do that here, so we can just make that into a street. That seems okay. Fabulous. Okay, so we've got a few. That's all obviously connected there now. Considering we're going to be building a town here, we might as well go ahead and say smoke detector program. We'll do that. Let's go ahead and legalize gambling as well. Let's do that. I'm actually going to manipulate the taxes here, so I'm going to say we want 10% high wealth there, and we want 7% low wealth. So basically, I'm trying to price out the high wealth stuff because we don't want it, put simply. So 10 and 10. Agriculture, we'll leave the taxes like that for now. Actually, we could make this a maybe agricultural friendly area, but no, let's go with that, and let's start with maybe some low density residential. So actually, what I should probably do then is maybe build another farm somewhere in here, just a small one. Maybe does that. Yeah, because this is kind of like the town, the outskirts of the town area here. So the rest of this is going to be like towny. So we'll build all sorts in here. Seems okay. So it's actually going to be quite a big town, really. But yeah, no, that looks relatively okay to me. Yeah, that'll be okay. Right, maybe another small... no, that's going to look a bit odd, isn't it? Right. Okay, so let's start off with some low-density residential. So this is obviously all going to be on the hillside here. So it might prove to be a little bit wonky. Right. That's actually perfect. I'm very happy with that. And of course, we're going to be going with like parks and stuff like that, but we don't want to put any of the bigger ones in as such because they're going to be to do with obviously increasing the land value. And actually, we don't want to do that. So most of it is going to be like small little bits and bobs in and around here. It's not going to be that much to do with. Yeah, to do with increasing the land value and whatnot. We should probably build a fire station here somewhere. So there is probably going to be fine. Yeah, that'll do. We can increase the funding, so it doesn't quite cover this bottom bit here, which is obviously going to be an area. There we go. That'll be fine. Yeah, we can do that. No problem. So that covers just about the whole area that we're actually going to be looking into. So yeah, Sims invite mayor to pull up a chair. I don't know, let's go live over there. It's an interesting place to live, I reckon. Cool. Okay, right, so the demand is obviously low over here, but it's nice and high over this way, which is what we want. We want that sort of thing because we only want to attract low wealth properties. So, oh, we need some commercial in here. So, it's probably going to be fine actually. Got no quarrels with that. And then maybe something a little bit like that probably will do just fine. We should also maybe go with a couple of small plazas. So let's put a couple of those in there, and then maybe another one over there, and another one over there. It's probably going to be fine. So yeah, it's all built into the hillside, so it's going to be a little bit interesting on that front, but that's okay. And we can develop up some more low-density residential. So if we do this, we can then build a block there. And I can then build a block there, which makes life a little bit easier for the future. Yeah, really odd and awkward, but yeah, that's okay because it's all on the hill. So that's how we wanted to design it. So really interesting buildings put on the hillside. Excellent. Okay, we can build the church. Let's put that somewhere relatively central. We're obviously going to need more churches anyway, so. The grave needed, excellent. Slightly more on the outskirts, maybe. Let's put that over there. Brilliant. Okay, right. We will supply this area with water and stuff like that. That's something that we definitely will do. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to do that now. So let's get a basic water pump here. Irritating as it is, I'm probably going to have to put it somewhere in the middle like that. Okay, right. So we can put that in. So we obviously want to just try and make sure that we don't water too much of the agricultural area. So if we can, I'd like to avoid, whoops, going too far out here. Now this is obviously one of the interesting things about the way that we've designed this, is that, that's okay, there's obviously farms and things like that out here, so we need to make sure that we're avoiding those. So that's okay, but then obviously it comes up to this section. That seems about okay, right. We might have to put in a water treatment plant just to be sure here. Right, and then we're off to roundabout. Yes, we will build that, but currently I want to focus on building the... Okay, it's difficult to tell at this particular point. Okay, so sorry, because normally I use roads as guides and boundaries and stuff like that, but in this case I haven't really done that, so... There we go, excellent. This is all residential stuff, so that's fine. Oh, there's a tiny bit there. So I can run a pipe safely through there. Okay, that's fine. Run a pipe through there like that. Might as well fill that in. Might be able to get away with this. Oh, not quite. Oh well, that's okay. So it's a really dodgy pipe work, but that's alright. I'm sure we'll be fine. If necessary, we'll install a water treatment plant somewhere to be able to fix some of the issues with potential water pollution. So let's go ahead and accelerate time a little bit more there. Excellent. Right, we also want to build some of those buildings that we just got rewarded. So we go with the farmer's market. Let's put that down there. Although theoretically that should probably be in the town centre. There was nothing else here, was there? No, nothing else here. Okay. Small park green, maybe. There's a few things that we could pop in. I don't know. We'll look at popping in some more of those little facilities as we go on here. Excellent. Right. So continue the low density theme with stuff like this. That will do nicely. That's awful. Yeah, do it like that. And then we'll put a street in there that obviously connects all of those. And then I'll run 1 or 2 connections in there like that. That's probably going to be fine. Right. So let's go with a couple of small parks over there. And then maybe a couple of community gardens in that area. Seems relatively okay. So if we put those in, then that will probably do fine. Okay. So some more residential. This is obviously all water, but yeah, it's all low wealth, so we're not going to improve it too much. Oh yes, we need state fair. Excellent, the state fair. Also apparently a small, well, the luxury hotel, which is kind of interesting. Okay, where should we put the luxury hotel? Maybe down here. That'll be okay, sure. And we obviously have the state fair as well, so maybe we should put that somewhere towards the town centre. So that, you know, it's sort of an attraction in the middle of the town. That could be quite okay. We'll build some commercial things around it. So if we do this, I'm going to run a street that goes along there like that. And then we'll go with a few more like commercial bits there. So that it's sort of, you know, residents don't tend to like living too near the fairground. So we'll do that, and then we'll maybe put in some interesting, actually some bigger plots setting themselves up there and here. It's kind of cool. Okay, sure. I guess we'll do that then. It's not going to be too much of a problem. So plenty of shops. Lovely. Yeah, interesting. Okay. The big water pump is available. The high capacity school is available. Okay, let's go with a statue. Again, that seems to be like a town centre-y sort of thing. Let's put that there. I'm going to go ahead and provide some other facilities, though. So if we go with a... let's get a large elementary school. So let's put that... I don't know, somewhere in here is probably going to be fine. A little bit out of town, though. But not too far out of town. Let's put that over there. See what kind of capacity we have, because that will cover the whole place. So, yeah, that's okay. I'm going to preemptively go up to 1,000 just because we can. So around about 1,000 is probably going to be okay. That's okay. And I'm also going to put in a hospital that's also going to be right. Hospital right next to the grave is probably not a good idea. But again, let's go up to 1,000 here, and that should probably be okay. And that will probably cover everything. We're not going to need any big big capacity here. Yeah, so that's going to be fine. Again, that's fine. Good. We've also actually got some money, so let's maybe go with a... Let's get a police station in as well. We might be able to get away with a small one, though. Actually, yeah, I think we will if we increase the funding. Let's put the police station next to the school, so if any kids start misbehaving... Yeah, that's going to be fine. Good. Okay. Small police station. We can upgrade it if maybe the jail cells become a bit full or something like that, so we can definitely do that. Let's go ahead and expand the residential here then. Good, and some odd sort of development over there is probably going to be fine. I'll put in a, I'll tell you what, I will put in one football field. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, let's put a football field in here. There we go. So, you know, every town kind of has a football field somewhere, or a park, or something like that. So, new house for the newly devout. Put that over there, actually. Eats into a little bit of that farm, but that's alright. Okay, there's also... I tell you what, let's create like a little sports area as well. So there are a few gaps in there. So let's go with like a sports area over that way with lots of tennis courts and stuff like that. So it may well be that a little bit of medium wealth kicks in here, but chances are not much. So if we look at the taxes here, in fact there are no medium wealth, which is exactly what we wanted. Although all the commercial is medium wealth, which is relatively interesting. That's very interesting actually. So there's no low wealth commercial whatsoever here. This is all medium wealth. Okay, so yeah, fair enough. Alright. I suppose we can tolerate a little bit of it. Yeah, let's build some more plots here. Whoops! I think we should do it like that. That's probably going to be better. Because then we can just do one nice big area over here. Which is not quite how I wanted to do it, but... Let's do it like that, and then I'll build some zoning bits in there. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, we'll do it like that. Seems relatively reasonable. Okay, so again, we'll make sure that zones in. Crowley Crooks reported ready to riot. Okay, so we will build a jail then, which has got massive capacity when it comes to... Yeah, so where do we want to put this? That's a massive farm. I don't know, where do we want to put the jail? Somewhere by the power plant. That seems reasonable. Even though it's only natural gas, but yeah, that seems okay. So let's build a jail out there. City Hall, we don't need a City Hall. Because this particular here is not actually a city. So one thing I will do though is I will actually go ahead and pop in a train station. So let's pop in a train station here. So let's put one of those in. Again, we'll make this look relatively nice. So let's go with a couple of flower gardens to either side of it, and then we're going to create, well, essentially something a little bit like this. Oh yeah, I can't join that in like that, can I? Let's just go with a one-way that goes all the way over there, then that's going to be fine. Unless we make this one into a one-way as well. So something a little bit like that, that's probably going to be okay. So again, we can maybe decorate this. So what we could say is maybe we can have a few shops opposite the train station here. And then we'll have... technically, you tend to have like some bigger buildings, so... Really oddly, I'm going to put some dense residential right there. And then I'm going to build two large plazas in there. They're not going to get that tall, but usually around train stations you tend to get like sort of bigger, bigger buildings and whatnot. So yeah, let's put in a little bit in there. I doubt it's actually going to develop that well, to be fair. But no, there's a little bit of development, but no, it's not going to do all that well. Local hospital pockets pick, really interesting. Right, okay. So let's go up to 1,500 then. Probably going to have to do the same with the school. Actually, we'll go up to 1,200 with the school. That's fine. So yeah, let's right. Industry needs room. Okay, well, we're not going to be building any industry here. So is anybody using this? Yeah, there are. There's a lot of people actually using that. They're commuting to other places, so that's good. Right, we'll build another farm here. The reason is because I've obviously got the mayor's house there. And then we're going to put in another spout of residential there. Now, we probably do need, yeah, I was thinking we probably need to actually put some water in here. Maybe not that far over though, no. So see, the mayor's house doesn't have water, which is, you know, a little bit annoying, but yeah. Okay, so if we do that, that's going to be fine, and that'll develop. Yeah, so a little bit of water in there might actually help some of that property develop as well. So it's going to be okay, I think. Good, right, so sort of a hilltop town here. Interesting that that's not developing. This farmland here. And we have a couple of little buildings popping up there. No, this is not developing. University. Another grave. Put that over there. Yeah, this is not developing. Oh well, that's one of those things. I don't know. That could be for many reasons there. The land value is probably too high or something like that. Is one potential reason. But that's okay. Oh well, it's a bit of a gap, but I'm sure it'll be alright. Okay, so we've got some nice big fields here. Built a decent enough town. It's got a school, it's got a hospital. Hey, it's not that bad. And it's also got a fairground. So, you know, there's plenty of things, fun things to do here. Excellent. Okay, so if we exit Northam, take another look at how we're doing. So obviously the railway track coming in here is going to, as we mentioned before, is going to join in with the big hub that's at the end here. So yeah, that's actually quite cool. Just sort of a hilltop place there. Relatively low wealth, in fact, very low wealth, but all the commercial interests are medium wealth. So as we come in towards the city centre here, we're going to obviously bring this down here. So my next tile is probably going to be this one, because we obviously want to join up the railway and everything like that, but also we want to connect the motorway, and we probably want a junction that goes in here a little bit, to be fair, that then joins into this final tile. So we're really not far off actually completing this, which is great. So a few farms. This is mostly going to be farms here. We might build a little bit of high wealth residential in the bottom corner, but otherwise this is just going to be relatively farmy. This is obviously going to be the corner of the dense area, and this one might be the same. We might build some more farmland here, but then we have to begin sort of developing the medium residential and stuff like that over this way. In fact, we might go full commercial in that corner. I don't know, I haven't decided yet, but that's definitely something that we'll look to do. But it's going to be more about actually connecting up the transport networks than anything else, is what the real goal is going to be. So I'm going to end this episode right here. So that's for now. So cheers for watching, guys. This has been myself, Matt the Tomato. Be sure to subscribe to follow the series, and join me next time for more SimCity 4, where we're eking ever closer to completing the region that is one big city. See you later, guys.